Hey everyone, it's Joe here from the Bill Coors Wellness Center. I'm bringing you the Friday WOD. You know what Fridays are. We use dumbbells or kettlebells. Today's workout's going to be a fun one. We are doing a Squat-Tober workout. It's going to be workout number 17B. So the B workouts are kettlebells and dumbbells only. So these are great to do at your house, in your garage gym, whatever you've got. All you need is a pair of dumbbells and we'll get rocking. So go ahead and hit a warm-up. We've got a bunch of stretch breaks. I'll tag some in the email. But let's get started. Go ahead and grab your pair of dumbbells. I've got some 15s right here. So for the first superset, we're going to be doing a lot of supersets in this workout. For the first superset, we're going to be doing dumbbell lunges into wall sits. So this is going to be a dynamic exercise into a static exercise, back and forth, back and forth. We're going to be hitting 5 rounds. So I know you're not going to be able to go no break, but let's try to minimize the break in between the lunges and wall sits to about, we'll say 30 seconds. So we're going to start with dumbbell lunges. And get deep in the lunge. Don't come down here and rest. Keep that back knee off the ground. Lean your body weight forward over that front knee. We're going to go 10 each side. That's 20 total. So lean that, move nice and slow but under control. Don't swing those dumbbells, keep them tight. After I finish my 20 lunges, I'm going to come to my wall and I'm going to do a 30-second wall sit. So I'm going to get nice and parallel. Now a couple things with the wall sit. One, you don't want to be up too high like this. We want to get parallel in it. If you're going to give up that depth to make it for the time, let's lower that time. So if your wall sit max time is 45 seconds, let's adjust that 30 seconds to maybe 15 seconds. Something that you can sustain each round. Maybe it's 20 seconds or maybe 30 seconds is enough. Two things, you can lengthen the time or you can hang on to those dumbbells and really spice it up by keeping that weight on your legs or on your sides. So 5 rounds. So that's going to be 100 lunges and 5 rounds of 30-second wall sits or wherever you need to be. Now, another thing to keep in mind for those wall sits, say you're feeling great and you're like, I'm going to do 45 seconds. Make sure you keep that same energy. We want to have consistent times. So maybe 45 on the first one. You don't want to be 10 seconds on the last one and gassed out. By the end of the first superset, you don't want to be gassed. Your RP should be at about, it should be tough, about 7 to 8 RP. So that's 7 or 8 out of 10. Next, we are going to get into some pressing. So we're going to grab those dumbbells, and we're going to do 4 sets of 10 of overhead dumbbell press. So not out here. We want to keep these elbows in, save our shoulders, even though we're working our shoulders. Keep them in a safe position. So nice wide stance, and a trick is squeeze your glutes when you're pressing. So in, 1, 2, and control it on the way down. We're only doing 10 reps. Now, if your weights are light, these 15s are light for me, so maybe I do 4 sets of 20. But we want to get some good overhead pressing, engage your core, squeeze the glutes, and slow and controlled on the way down. The eccentric is where the magic happens. So, squeeze the glutes, move slow, engage the core, stay nice and tall, and keep those elbows no wider than 45 degrees, so above head. Excellent. Next, we are going to move. I'm going to put the dumbbells down. We're going to move to dips. So I'm going to use my little ledge right here, but you could use the couch, you could use a table, you could use a chair. Whatever you've got handy, make do with it. So I'm going to do my dips right here. And another one, I'm not going to flare those elbows. Sit into it, explode up. We're going to go 4 sets of 10 here. So we did some legs, but we're going to really crush the pushing as well. 4 sets of 10 on those chair dips or ledge dips, whatever you've got. Next, I'm going to grab my dumbbells again, and I'm going to do a dumbbell kickback. We're going to go 3 sets of 10 here. So a couple ways you can do this. You can go 2 at a time. You're going to want to hip hinge forward. So if you stagger your stance, go 5, 1, and then 5 the other way. I'm going to go staggered here. 1, 2, Now we're not swinging here because that's not doing anything. That's just momentum. You want to be slow and under control. Hold it out there. 1, 2. Trust me, you'll get a lot more out of it, even if you have to lower the weight. Also, if you only have one pair of dumbbells and either it's too easy or too heavy, if you have a band, this would be an excellent time. Put those bands under your foot and pump the band. So whatever you've got, or you can do a single-legged and you go 3 sets of 10 each still, but you can get into that staggered position. So I'd go 10 here and 10 here. Excellent. So this is going to be a tricep. So we're moving right into the second exercise, which is to the floor, and we're doing close grip push-ups. So 3 sets of 10 of these close grip push-ups. If 10 is too much, so those hands are nice and tight, elbows again are not flaring, they're going to the side. Now if that's too much on the wrist to go diamond, let's just keep the hands close, but keep them a little bit further apart. Very similar, but a little bit easier on the wrists. We're going 3 of 10 there. And last exercise on this tricep, we're going to stay on the floor and we're going to hit a bird dog. This is a really good exercise for the core, to hit the glutes, to hit the back, all the way out, squeeze it. Now focus on keeping your back flat, extending through that arm and extending through that heel. Neck neutral, facing the ground. So after that tricep, we've got another superset, and we're going to be on the ground for dumbbell chest flies. So for the dumbbell chest flies, if you have a bench, that would be great. I'm going to do these from the floor. So I'm going to have a slight bend in my elbow. We don't want to be all the way out. That's a recipe for disaster there. So nice and wide with the bend. Squeeze it in and reverse hug. So it's like a big bear hug. And just like those overhead presses, we really want to control the weight on that eccentric or lowering of the weight. Another thing, you don't want to go straight out like a T. You want it to come down a little bit. Elbows kind of at a 45-degree angle, coming in hug. So it's right here if you can see it from the front. Here's what it looks like from the side. So we're going 3 sets of 10. The next exercise in that superset is going to be a dumbbell plank rip through. Now you can advance this up by throwing a push-up in there if you're really feeling it, but that's not what the workout calls for, but feel free to knock that out. So we're going to go rip. Now with this, you want everything as still as possible except for that arm ripping across. So we're working on anti-rotational muscles, which are really important core muscles. You're going to work your shoulders. Matter of fact, your shoulders are going to be lit up from all the pushing we've done. So those 2 exercises, chest fly, 3 of 10, dumbbell plank rip through, 10. So that's 1, 2. Really engage this lower ab so that you're not twisting. Be as still as possible and move slow with it. Last exercise, we're going to put those dumbbells to the side and we're going to finish up with some good old-fashioned core. I'm going to put my hands under my hips on this one and we're going to do leg raises. Now I'm going to sneak in a little bit of an up reverse sit up there. You don't have to, but that's a good way to advance it up. So we're going to move nice and slow. Now for this, keep those heels off the ground. Don't rest until you've done your set of 10. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 of those leg raises. Make sure you go for a walk. I know it's cold out here in the mountains if you're in Colorado. Bundle up. Let's get 15 minutes of walking to start the weekend off with a win. And also, check out a mobility break to stretch it out because you're going to be sore from this one. That is the WOD for today. Y'all have a great weekend. Keep working hard. And stay tuned for more for a Halloween festive weekend or week next week. Cheers, guys.